and then you went off with the child and then came back with the child. And that's a lot of confusion, chaos, and violence to be happening in front of young children. And how old was this child?
She was about 6 months. And
So the oldest child was 6 months. So the child who was around when this happened was 6 months old. Is that what you're telling me?
oh no, she said she was pregnant, but she had already had a boy.
No. So she's saying she was pregnant. You're charged with assault on a pregnant person. You're saying that there are two children or just one?
No.
Just only one. All right.
Enjoy the video. Hit the like button.
State of Texas versus Matthew Salazar. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state? Defense?
Cornelius County.
And are you Mr. Salazar?
Yes, ma'am.
And probation, this is for regular probation?
Yes,
Counsel, I'm showing you the discovery acknowledgement. Have you received all the discovery in this case and that you review it with your client?
Yes.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Salazar, I'm showing you what's entitled application for community supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Next, I'm showing you what's entitled true bill of indictment. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, sir.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented? Mr. Salazar, I'm going to show you what's entitled court admonishments and defendants waivers and affidavit of admonitions. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you're charged with assault of a pregnant person? That's a third-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine.
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court doesn't have to follow it. If for any reason the court does not follow it and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes.
All right. State, have you had contact with the complainant?
we have.
And does she want a no harmful or injurious contact?
She has not clarified on that specifically, whether she wants the no harmful or just no contact, but based off of these pieces, I believe she would want a no contact order. I can't say that for sure. It's an interesting situation.
And Mr. Cox, I want you to know, I recognize you as an officer of the court, and I do know you as I know the state. So what you're telling me, I do take it as truth, but I always like to know whether or not the state has had contact with the complainant and the complainant is aware of the plea and those type of things. So is she aware of this plea?
She's aware of the terms of the plea, the term being the 10 years probation. But again, specifically, I'm not sure if they've discussed the no harmful or injurious contact.
Okay. Is there anything you wish to say, Mr. Salazar?
No, man. It's just we have kids together. And
All right. Kids are Billy goats, baby goats. Those
Yes,
are our
ma'am.
kids.
Yes,
You have
ma'am.
children.
I'm just trying to finish my college. So
Here's my question. Are you employed?
yes, ma'am.
What do you do?
I'm working at mobile home installers right now, but I might go back to doing electrical work.
All right, I'm going to tell you, here's my issue with the no contact versus no harmful or injurious contact. What I have before me is, from reading everything, you assaulted her while she was pregnant. So for me, that should be no contact. Now, if maybe once you've completed or started the BIP course and I speak to her, then maybe I'll reconsider. But for now, the answer is no. And when I read the police report, there appears to be some altercation, and then you went off with the child and then came back with the child. And that's a lot of confusion, chaos, and violence to be happening in front of young children. And how old was this child?
She was about 6 months. And
So the oldest child was 6 months. So the child who was around when this happened was 6 months old. Is that what you're telling me?
oh no, she said she was pregnant, but she had already had a boy.
No. So she's saying she was pregnant. You're charged with assault on a pregnant person. You're saying that there are two children or just one?
No.
Just only one. All right.
I mean, I actually have an affidavit
prosecution. I know that's not.
Yeah.
Seeing them, but it just.
Any objections to the
for the
court
court.
reviewing that?
To know that, and if the court, I don't know if the court remembers, one time we had a hearing on this case, and this was a case where, the picture of somebody, a young lady trying to get into the window,
Yes.
that's.
Oh, no, I remember this case.
And Judge, just so you are aware, one of the cases being taken into consideration is about 2 weeks old and it's another veto.
Yes. Well, here's the thing. We're going to start out with the no contact. When people come before me and they want to have contact because they have children, it's like the time to think about that is before we get to this point. So show me something. Take some anger management classes, get your life in order, get your household in order. Then the court would consider, you being allowed to contact. Do you have family support?
Yes, ma'am.
Who do you have in your life supporting you?
My grandma, grandpa, my dad.
All right. And does she have family supporting her?
She's all she has was me.
Well, no, I mean, people have more than just you. Does she have a mom, a dad, an aunt, a brother, a cousin, a sister?
No, her father committed suicide in front of her. So.
All right. So then this is what's going to end up happening. If there's, for you to see the child or something like that, you all have to make arrangements through a third party. You can't contact her.
So even if, if the victim communicated to the state that she wanted to have contact, would the court consider that? No, not at this point.
Not at this
We
point.
need a little time.
Yes.
Water to blow under that.
But under the bridge.
Under the bridge.
Yes. All right. I appreciate that, Mr. Cox. Yeah, because I want to make sure that the issues and the confusion that brought us here
Yes, ma'am.
don't occur again.
Yes, ma'am.
And what I can tell you is when people say they love each other, problems are not solved with violence. When it gets to the point where people want to be violent with each other, maybe it's a relationship that people should walk away from. And if there's children involved, then you walk away and you say, you know what? I will always love you. We will always be friends because you're the mother of my child or you're the father of my child. But you and me, as far as a intimate or romantic relationship, not going to happen. And sometimes that's where we're at. I really wish there was a way that I could give people couples counseling, give people self-esteem counseling, give people financial counseling so they won't be dependent on somebody. It's best to go into a relationship having independent means and being able to support yourself without that other person, because then you can walk away. And I can only deal with you specifically
Yes, ma'am.
because I don't have more information about her or about your relationship or what goes on in your household. But what I'm telling you is you cannot have contact with her. If I find out you have contact with her, you're going to be looking at 10 years in the prison. You understand? If she comes over to your house, and as Mr. Cox showed the court before of her climbing through your window, you had better call the police and say, hey, I'm on probation. I'm under a no contact order. And this complainant is coming through my house through the window.
Yes, ma'am.
And don't even do that thing where, oh, we're getting along fine. I'm going to let her come over because guess what? It's the holidays. Tempers run high. And then the police get called. And what's going to end up happening? Your attorney's going to want to come in and say, oh, she's climbing through a window. And I'm going to ask you, did you call the police? So don't do it. You understand?
Yes, ma'am. I have called the police on several occasions, though. I made several police reports that I do have.
All right. So, I mean, if she comes over, that's what you're going to have to do. So the court is going to, as previously stated, find you guilty, sentence you to 10 years in prison, suspended and probated for 10 years. There's a $1,500 fine that'll be probated. Take in consideration county court cause numbers 698-065, 670-474, grand jury number 782-139, 2022 CR 6538, the BIP course, 200 hours of community service restitution. 40 of those hours will be waived if you provide proof of the COVID vaccination with booster. Court is not requiring it, but if you do, then 40 of those hours will be waived. I'm going to ask for parenting classes with triple T. If you,
I think it's completed.
all right, well, we'll see.
I just recently completed it now.
So he
From
showed
who?
proof.
Shows, when did you complete
Got a
this?
certificate, like,
When?
maybe a month and a half ago while I was doing my college, I did it for CPS.
All right, so Child Protective Services is involved in this as well. Okay. Is Child Protective Services still involved?
We had court the other day. I think that's to be the end of it.
All right, CPS compliance if applicable, just provide the parenting classes certificate to probation. So probation, if he has parenting classes certificate where he successfully completed it from CPS, then the court will accept that. We're going to do CPS compliance if applicable. There's to be no contact with Amanda Bondoc until further notice. The BIPP course, and Mr. Cox, you can check and see if they did the BIPP course as a part of CPS. I'm not sure. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. I'm going to want random field visits 2 times per month. And you can do those for 6 months to see how they are. And then if they're fine, you can slowly start tapering downward with the field visits. And the field visits, if you want to, can count as his appointment. Are there any drug issues with you?
No. I have heart problems.
I'm sorry, what?
I have heart problems and conditions. I don't.
Oh, okay. All right. We're not represented someone before who had heart problems, but I was still representing him for possession. All right. So,
Maybe allegedly.
yeah. Oh, no, I went to, well, I mean, there was a representation, but I did allegedly.
I mean, maybe.
Yeah. So, yeah. So it's to be regular UAs, proof of employment within 30 days. There should be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. Probation, is there anything else he needs? Is there anything else that you need from me in order to be successful?
Not at the moment, ma'am.
All right, I'm going to show you what's entitled trial court certification. Oh, just one moment. Excuse me, shouldn't this be an affirmative finding of family violence?
Yes, Judge.
All right, there's an affirmative finding of family violence. All right, before I close the record or go to the trial court certification, I want to explain to you what an affirmative finding of family violence designation means. And then if you decide that you no longer want to do the plea based upon that, let me know and I'll allow you to withdraw your plea. So with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. Do you understand?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
And with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to be designated as primary custodial parent. Do you understand? You want to talk to your attorney about that? Or do you understand?
Oh, that's fine.
All right. So knowing those things, do you still wish to go forward with this plea?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So there's an affirmative finding of family violence. Is there anything else with regards to sentencing?
No, I think Judge.
Okay.
The fees, probation fees, if there's a minimum, he's trying to get on his feet. So.
All right. And probation, the minimum advisory fees for Mr. Salazar, please. All right. I'm going to show you what's entitled trial court certification of defendant's rights to appeal. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Yes.
Because this is a plea bargaining agreement, because I followed your plea bargaining agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. And also because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have any question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. So what are these names on your tattoos about?
My son, Matthew the second, my daughter Annabelle, well, my wife, which is, Amanda. And then I just have blessed right here. I just have my kids' names, and then I have my other daughter's name right here, Zoe.
So how many children do you have?
Oh, I have 4.
What are their ages?
Well, I got a 14-year-old, which I haven't seen in a while, and then I got a 10-year-old and an 8-year-old, and then I got a 2-year-old.
What are their dates of birth?
My oldest, hers, is February 24th, 2000. No, February 24th, 2014.
Okay.
And then it's 1/16/12, 5/12/14, and then 10/29/2000.
All right, so here's the thing. You have a felony conviction. It's not the end of the world because for you, because one, you're not going to prison, right?
Yes, ma'am.
You're going to have to start making better choices or you may end up in prison.
Yes, ma'am.
Hopefully you want to be the type of father that your children look up to you.
Yes, I want to be there for my kids. Like I don't want them to grow up the way I did. Without a
So
father.
that means you're going to have to change your ways. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'm giving you a chance on probation. The key to being successful in probation in this court is being open, honest, and communicating.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you.